Today is January 23rd, 2026, and this is Read Through the Bible.
Hi, everyone.
And we're in that difficult section of First Chronicles, which is name after name after name after name after name.
Yep.
So, again...
But there's a purpose.
There's a purpose. Yep. I would encourage you, though, like last time, feel free to get your podcast going faster through this just to hear the name. We're going to read them so you don't have to. However, what's best to understand about why all these names is understanding then why First Chronicles was written.
Mm-hmm. So it was written for those who were returning from exile in Babylon and Persia.
After the exile is really important.
Right.
Yep.
So after the exile, and it's to remind them of their history and to remind them especially of the kingdom under David and how central the temple was to their whole life. And so it's really going to emphasize that. So these genealogies are emphasizing the line of David.
Yeah, in fact, we're going to read today in chapter 3 about the descendants of David. Chapter 2 was also about the sons of Judah, and we're going to read about the sons of Judah. The sons of Judah, those are David's line.
Right.
I mean, a disproportionate emphasis in these genealogies upon David.
Right. I mean, it really is his genealogy, like leading up to him and then after him.
Yeah.
So.
But also, they're speaking about these things because it's after the exile, so they're going to go back and they have to rebuild Jerusalem. Mm-hmm. And it's when they come back and rebuild, it's all about the temple. It's all about the altar is set up first, and then you're going to build the temple first, and you're going to build Jerusalem, and then as you build Israel, that's what you're going to do. And so he's trying to give a vision for just everything that Israel or Judah should be.
Yep.
Giving them a vision for what worship should be like, and the throne, the David, the king would be like. So it's about the king and the temple. Mm-hmm. Is really the prominent themes here. Is what.
And I think also just to remind the people of God's blessings for obedience, his curses for disobedience, and showing that through emphasizing the good of the good kings and the bad of the bad kings.
Yep. Okay, let's just start reading these names. Chapter 3. These are the sons of David who were born to him in Hebron. The firstborn Amnon by Ahinoam the Jezreelite. The second Daniel by Abigail the Carmelite. The third Absalom, whose mother was Maacah, the daughter of Talmai, king of Geshur. The fourth, Adonijah, whose mother was Haggith. The fifth, Shephatiah by Abital. The sixth, Ithream by his wife Eglah. 6 were born to him in Hebron, where he reigned for 7 years and 6 months. And he reigned 33 years in Jerusalem. These were born to him in Jerusalem, Shemiah, Shobab, Nathan, and Solomon. 4 by Bathshua, the daughter of Amiel, then Abhar, Elishama, Eliphelet, Noga, Nepheg, Japhia, Elishama, Eliada, and Eliphelet, 9. All these were David's sons, besides the sons of the concubines, and Tamar was their sister.
Verse 10, the son of Solomon was Rehoboam, Abijah his son, Asa his son, Jehoshaphat his son. So this is the kings of Judah. Joram his son, Ahaziah his son, Joash his son, Amaziah his son, Azariah his son, Jotham his son, Ahaz his son, Hezekiah his son, Manasseh his son, Ammon his son, Josiah his son. The sons of Josiah, Jehohanan the firstborn, the second Jehoiakim, the third Zedekiah, the fourth Shallum.
By the way, if you knew the kings of Judah, all these names would be super familiar with you. Mm-hmm. So it's super helpful to, we put out in those, a song we put out for you, just trying to help.
Yep, with Rehoboam, Abijah, Asa, and so on. Okay, so
verse 16.
Verse 16. The descendants of Jehoiakim, Jeconiah, his son Zedekiah, his son, and the sons of Jeconiah, the captive, Shealtiel, and Jeconiah is the one who was in prison in Babylon for like
37 years.
37 years, and then was released.
So that he could have children, so that the Messianic line could continue, which is a testimony right here. Yep.
Mm-hmm. So Jeconiah the captive, Shealtiel his son, Malchriam, Pedaiah, Shenazar, Jechamiah, Hoshama, and Nedabiah, and the sons of Pedaiah, Zerubbabel. I think that's the Zerubbabel who built the temple in the return.
He was. Mm-hmm.
And Shimi, the sons of Zerubbabel, Meshullam and Hananiah, and Shelemith was their sister, and Hashubah, Ohel, Berechiah, Hasadiah, and Jushab Hesed, 5. The sons of Hananiah, Pelatiah and Jeshiah his son, Raphiah his son, Ardan his son, Obadiah his son, Shechaniah. The son of Shechaniah, Shemaiah, and the sons of Shemaiah, Hattush Igal, Bariah, Neriah, and Shaphat, 6. The sons of Neriah, Elioenai, Hizkiah, and Azrikam, 3. The sons of Elioenai, Hodaviah, Eliashab, Peliah, Akub, Johanan, Deliah, and Anani, 7.
Okay, if you're looking for a summary there, I think just write that first sentence. These are sons of David.
And then it goes down to Solomon and the kings of Judah, too,
Yep.
through the exile and return.
Yep, okay, chapter 4. Again, this is history. This is not a fairy tale. The sons of Judah, Perez, Hezron, Carmi, Hur, and Shobal. Reah, the son of Shobal, fathered Jahath, and Jahath fathered Ahumai and Lahad, and these were the clans of the Zorahites, and these were the sons of Etam, Jezreel, Ishma, and Idbash, and the name of their sister was Hazel Elponi, and Penuel fathered Gedor, and Ezer fathered Hushai. These were the sons of Hur, the firstborn of Ephrathah, the father of Bethlehem, Ashur, the father of Tekoa, and 2 wives, Hela and Nara. Nara bore him Ahuzam, Hefer, Temani, and Hashtari. These were the sons of Nara. The sons of Hela, Zereth, Izhar, and Ethnan. Kaz fathered Anub, Zobeba, and the clans of Aharel, the sons of Harum. Jabez was more honorable than his brothers, and his mother called his name Jabez, saying, because I bore him in pain. Jabez called upon God, the God of Israel, saying, Oh, that you would bless me and enlarge my border, that your hand might be with me, and that you would keep me from harm, so that it might not bring me pain. And God granted what he asked. Okay, we got to stop there. This is the verse from which that famous book came out, the prayer of Jabez.
If you know about it. It was famous in the 90s?
Yeah, but just basically deep here in these genealogies became this, and basically this is the prayer that Jabez prayed, and it was made into this book about how you can pray for blessing in your life, and the man who wrote it had great blessing in his life, said because of this prayer, and the book just boomed. And I remember a spoof of the book was written where he says, all I wanted was more land. Enlarge my border. That's what he wanted. And he wanted blessing from God. And God granted what was asked. And so
it does kind of stand out because you've got this long list of names and all of a sudden like this focus in on Jabez for a little bit in his prayer. Like it's different from the rest of the chapter.
Yeah, I just would encourage you to pray. I mean, if you want to pray this prayer of Jabez, then go ahead. But just say, God, bless me. Keep your hand upon me, protect me from harm. And those are great prayers to pray, for sure. Mm-hmm. Anyway, Chalub, the brother of Shuha, fathered Mahir, who fathered Eshton. Eshton fathered Bethrapha, Paseah, and Temenah, the father of Ir-Nahash. And these are the men of Rekah, the sons of Kenaz, Othniel and Sariah, and the sons of Othniel, Hatath and Meonathai. Meonathai fathered Ophrah, and Sariah fathered Joab, the father of Geharashim, so called because they were craftsmen. The sons of Caleb, the son of Jephunneh, Iru, Elah, and Nam, and the son of Elah, Kenaz, the son of Jehalel, Ziph, Ziphah, Teriah, and Asarel, the sons of Ezra, Jether, Mered, Epher, and Jalan. And these are the sons of Bithiah, the daughter of Pharaoh, whom Mered married, and she conceived and bore Miriam, Shammai, and Ishba, the father of Eshtemoa. And his Judahite wife bore Jared, the father of Gedor, Heber, the father of Soko, and Jekuthiel, the father of Zanoah. The sons of the wife of Hodiah, the sister of Naham, were the fathers of Kaliah, the Garmite, and Eshtemoa, the Maacathite. The sons of Shimon, Amnon, Rinah, Ben-Hanan, and Tilon, the sons of Ishi, Zoheth, and Ben-Zoheth, the sons of Shelah, the sons of Judah, the father of Lekah, Ladah, the father of Marishah, and the clans of the house of linen workers at Beth-Sheba, and Joachim, and the men of Kozabah, and Joash, and Seraph, who ruled in Moab, and returned to Lehem. Now the records are ancient. These were the potters who were the inhabitants of Netaim and Gedera. They lived there in the king's service.
You've got potters in verse 23. You've got linen workers in verse 21. And I love the comment in verse 22. Now the records are
Are
ancient.
ancient, yes.
Okay, 24. The sons of Simeon. Nemuel, Jamin, Jarib, Zerah, and Shaul. Shalom was his son, Mibsam his son, and Mishma his son. The sons of Mishma, Hamuel his son, Zakur his son, Shimi his son. Shimi had 16 sons and 6 daughters, but his brothers did not have many children, nor did all their clan multiply like the men of Judah. They lived in Beersheba, Molada, and Hazar Shual, Bilhah, Ezem, Tolad, Bethuel, Hormah, Ziklag, Beth Maccaboth, Hazar Susim, Beth Biri, and Sha'araim. These were their cities until David reigned. And their villages were Etam, Ain, Rimmon, Tochen, and Ashan, 5 cities, along with all their villages that were around these cities as far as Baal. These were their settlements, and they kept a genealogical record.
Mishab, Jamlech, Jasha, the son of Amaziah, Joel, Jehu, and the son of Josheba, the son of Sariah, the son of Asihel, Elionai, Jaakaba, Jeshohaiah, Asaiah, Adiel, Jesamiel, Benaiah, Ziza, the son of Shiphi, the son of Alon, the son of Jediah, the son of Shimri, the son of Shemaiah. These are mentioned by name, were princes in their clans, and their fathers' houses increased greatly. They journeyed to the entrance of Gedor, to the east side of the valley, to seek pasture for their flocks, where they found rich, good pasture, and the land was very broad, quiet, and peaceful, for the former inhabitants there belonged to Ham. These, registered by name, came to the days of Hezekiah, the king of Judah, and destroyed their tents in the Meunites who were found there, and marked them for destruction this day, and settled in their place, because there was pasture there for the flocks. And some of them, 500 men of the Simeonites, went to Mount Seir, having as their leaders Pelatiah, Neriah, Rephaiah, and Uziel, the son of Ishi. And they defeated the remnant of the Amalekites who had escaped, and they have lived there to this day. Okay, so we have 3 more days of these sorts of readings. We're going to continue to try to remind you over and over again about when First and Second Chronicles were written after the exile, to help remind the people of their history, taking everything back from Adam until Saul just a little bit, mostly focusing upon David, upon the king and on the priests, and the priority of the kingdom and the throne and the temple and the worship. Mm-hmm. Yep. You'll make it. You'll get through. And maybe this was an extra fast episode because you sped through it. I trust so. Okay, and we will see you tomorrow, at least in the Psalms.
Okay.
Okay, bye-bye.
Goodbye.